Um, Hi, good evening, everyone. So we're here for another episode of the Beyond Alpha podcast, and today we're going to talk about how are you gonna sell your products sa current situation natin yan, or are you feeling any anxiety towards your store? I mean, kinakabahan ka ba na hindi ka nakakabenta ngayon? Ano mga pwede nating gawin para i-address tong anxiety na 'to? So, two parts siya, eh. One thing is yung mental aspect of it, and secondly is ano bang pwede nating gawin? Okay, so as always, with me here today is my partner Brian, and we're gonna discuss about eto. I'm feeling anxious na hindi ako nakakabenta. Wala akong income, tanggal ako sa trabaho or whatever. Kailangan pumasok yung income ko from my e-commerce business. Ano pwede ko gawin? Right?
Yun. First of all, good evening everyone. So, for dun sa existing subscribers, thank you for always coming back. Sa new listeners, click the subscribe, follow yung social media accounts namin, IG, Twitter, Facebook, at IMBeyondAlpha. Website namin, imbeyondalpha.com. And yung YouTube namin, search nyo lang Beyond Alpha. Labas na yung videos namin dyan. Tapos subscribe na rin kayo doon. And so yun, why we chose this topic, it's in a way, related pa rin doon sa mga previous episode na ginawa namin ni JP. So, with those episodes, we were talking about yung setting up yung mga payment options na pwede mong gamitin. Then, kailangan na bang another episode, we were talking about kailangan na ba may website ka or you could manage with having a Shopee or Lazada account muna, or yun nga, having a Facebook page nga muna before going fully digital or going fully committed with a web page or website. So yun yung mga previous episode namin. So if you want to get a deeper take on those things, and check nyo yung previous episodes namin. So for this one, naisip namin to, and let real talk, naranasan din namin personally. Na-set up mo na yung shop mo, na-set up mo na yung social media accounts mo, and you'll feel anxiety. After yung time between ma-set up mo yung shop mo, yung online presence mo, and the time you get your first sale. And i-share ko ulit, in our case, sa case namin ni JP, what we consider a sale is pag halimbawang hindi namin personally kakilala yung bumili. Kumbaga, in a way, it's some sort of validation, or sabihin natin, yun nga, na validation na na market namin na maayos. Pwede kasi na tipong pag kilala mo, halimbawa kamag-anak, kaibigan mo yung bumili, possibly supportive which is okay din naman na supportive yung mga ano. Pero pag halimbawang wala ka ng personal connection dun sa bumili, it means may ginawa ka nag-connect ka na sa stranger, and na-gain mo na yung trust for them to do business with you. So yun, that time na sinet up namin yung shop until makuha namin yung what we consider a first sale, may anxiety dun So with that, mapasok, may mali ba akong ginagawa? Am I not reaching enough people? Or mali ba yung positioning ko ng product? Mga ganong questions yung papasok sa isip mo eh while working on your first sale. So personally sa akin, paano ko hinandle yun? Sa akin in a way, I was very clear kasi kung ano yung gusto kong mangyari with the business. I had yung vision ko on what the kumbaga higher stages na of the business. Klaro sa akin eh. And it's very clear din sa akin kung sino yung pinili namin ni JP na isa-serve with the business. Kumbaga yung target market namin. So, kumbaga, and part of it, alam ko rin and tanggap ko sa sarili ko na marami pa akong kailangang matutunan. So, during that time na we're working on the first sale, ang iniisip ko lang lagi is may kulang pa, may hindi pa ako alam, kaya hindi pa namin nakukuha yung first sale. So, with that in mind, ano yung tinatanong ko yung sarili ko, ano pa yung hindi namin alam with regards to marketing, with regards to selling, na pwede ko pang aralin, na kailangan ko pang aralin. Ganun lang lagi yung take ko doon eh, na ano pa yung kailangang gawin. So, until ma-hit namin yung ganun ko lang iniisip. Search lang ako, Google, YouTube, any other articles na bababasa ko that would help dun sa pag-market and pagbebenta namin. Yun yung ginagawa ko eh. And siyempre, makakaramdam ka rin ng doubts and fears na baka may mali. And definitely may mali. Until hindi mo i-adjust yung mga mali na yon, hindi mo ma-hit yung first sale. And ganun lang. In my case, yun nga, in my personal case, tinatanggap ko yung mga mali na yon and continuously ini-improve ko lang yung mga kailangan namin, ginagawa namin. So, sample, shots, image, yung product photography namin. Nag-umpisa yun, sobrang magulo, sobrang amateurish nga. And definitely, ngayon naman, definitely ang dami pang room for improvement. Pero, we've stepped up mula nung nag-umpisa kami until ngayon. Kumbaga, nag-level up naman from that. So, yun, improvement doon sa optimization ng website, yung pag-ayos nung Facebook page, yung mga ganung bagay eh. So, sa akin, on the mental side yun, ganun ko hinandle na pag hindi ka pa nakabenta, tanong mo lang sarili mo, ano pa yung kailangan kong matutunan para makabenta na kami. Ganun. Yun yung pag-handle ko on the mental side. Then, on the naman, something na concrete steps na ginawa namin, yun nga, kagaya noon, ganun ako mag-isip eh, na tipong ano yung kailangan ko matutunan. Concrete steps, inaaral ko talaga, di ba? Kasi yun yung ano mo naman dyan, investment mo dyan, hindi naman kailangan masyado ng pondo yan eh. Yung pag-aaral lang, i-invest mo dyan time and effort. Yun nga, lagi namin sasabihin, sweat equity. What you lack in capital, punuan mo ng sipag at tiyaga, sweat equity. So, aralin mo, mag-Google ka dyan, mag-YouTube ka. So, ganun ko hinandle yung concrete steps eh. Ano yung concrete steps na kailangan gawin? Inaral ko, sinearch ko, and in-apply ko dun sa ginagawa namin ni JP. And another thing dun sa concrete steps, content marketing. Kagaya nga nun, kung wala kang budget na pang ads or pang marketing, so gumawa, improve mo yung shots mo. Kung may camera ka dyan, may phone ka, di ba? Yun nga, kung wala ka pang yung DSLR na camera or yung mga high-end na camera, gamitin mo muna, make the most out of anong meron ka ngayon. So, basically, dun sa mga previous episodes, pinag-usapan na natin basics. May camera ka, may internet ka, marami ka nang magagawa eh. Siyempre, maraming rooms for improvement. As you go along, mag-upgrade ka ng mga mga equipments mo like yun kung mas mag-upgrade ka ng phone para mas better yung shots mo, better image quality, that's a good thing. Pero bago ka pumunta doon, ano yung best na magagawa nung mga gamit na meron ka ngayon? Hit mo muna yon. Ganun na tinitake. Now, yung ano yung best na magagawa ng phone ko ngayon? Ano yung best shot na magagawa ng phone ko ngayon? Kung gagastos man, halimbawa, kailangan ko ng ilaw para mas maganda yung shot ko. Kung halimbawang mga less than 100 pesos naman yan or ano, sige, bili ka muna nun. Pero hanapin mo muna or gawin mo muna yung best na magagawa mo ngayon. So, alamin mo ano yung resources na available ka. May internet ka, may phone ka, kulang ka ng halimbawang hindi ka marunong umangle ng shots sa product photography. May internet ka so mag-google ka, paano yon? YouTube mo, paano yon? Yun i-clear kung ano yung available resources mo. Internet, YouTube, phone, maximize kung ano yung best output ng current resources mo. That's the concrete step na pina-follow namin. So yun nga, with content marketing, images, and ito, nagkaano kami. Meron kaming phone ni JP. So may Zoom. So we're recording something. So in a way, exposure din yun and content marketing din yun for us and for the business as well. So that's, and yun nga, if you go back dun sa mga first few episodes namin, we were talking about nung bago kami mag-umpisa mag-record ng podcast, yung isip na namin kaagad, bili tayong equipment for the podcast. Kaya naisip namin, hindi pare, kumbaga, gusto natin, ang dating ang analogy is, gusto nating mag-drive ng Ferrari, hindi pa nga tayo marunong mag-drive. So, pag-aralan muna natin mag-drive with the vehicle that we have now, with the tools, resources that we have now. Then, as we go along, kung pakiramdam natin na held back na tayo with our current tools and equipment, saka tayo mag-upgrade. Ganun namin like it. Pero kailangan mo talaga mag-start. Yun yung take ko dyan, pare. Ikaw ba?
Okay. So, for me, pasensya na kayo, may tumatahol ng aso. So, nandito yung aso ng wife ko. Okay, so, for me, number one, I'm just gonna answer it in two parts. Number one, how are you gonna handle yung anxiety? And number two, ano yung concrete steps na masasuggest ko na pwede nyo gawin ngayon if you already own an e-commerce store on hand yung products nyo. Okay, so number one, lahat nagbabago Actually, we don't know kung ano magiging reaction ng market May pera na ba pambili yung mga tao or not? So, it all depends din kung ano yung product nyo. If yung product nyo is something na consumable or alam mong ginagamit pa rin hanggang ngayon, so you're in good shape kahit pa paano. Pero kahit na luxury item yung product mo, may kaakibat pa rin na yan. Merong market yan Kasi kunyari, medyo mahal yung product mo. May kaakibat na customer yan. I'm sure before mo pa naman sinimulan yung business mo, alam mo na yung kung sino tina-target mo Okay. So, with that, marami talaga tayong nawawalan ng trabaho ngayon. Mahirap yung parang ini-imagine mo lang, walang bumibili, tingin ka ng tingin sa laptop mo, walang bumibili. Nagde-develop ka ng anxiety. Pero I just want you to know, guys, na wala namang may alam what works ngayon. So, the most important thing is to move, to be active. Kasi the more you sit on your chair na isip ka ng different scenarios, mas malaki magiging problema mo and mas konti yung na-achieve mong resulta. So, gaya nga na lagi sinasabi sa ni Brian is, kahit maglabas tayo ng content na pangit, lamang pa rin yung pangit sa walang content. So, it's the same thing din sa panahon ngayon, guys. Maglabas kayo, gumalaw kayo. If it's posting something on your social media accounts or anything, yung the usual stuff na ginagawa niyo for your e-commerce business, mag-pump out lang kayo ng content, lalo na ngayon mahirap. Okay, so again, regarding the anxiety, guys, ito lang, I'll just leave you with this. Ito yung pinanghahawakan ko rin kasi dati madalas talaga ako ma-anxious eh. Or kung ano-ano iniisip ko, especially yung panahon ngayon, di tayo sigurado na may income pa tayo next month. Pwedeng nawalan ka na ng trabaho ngayon pa lang or mawawalan ka ng trabaho in the following months. Hindi natin alam kung anong sitwasyon natin eh. So, I just want to leave you guys with this. Motion creates emotion. So, if you're sitting on your chair na iniisip mo yung different na mga grabbing scenario na mangyayari sa'yo, magpa-follow yung emotions mo dun eh. Dahil idle ka, dahil di gumagalaw, masusundan yun ng stress, ng anxiety. So, number one, siguro, would just move. Move your body first. Painit ka. Kunyari, konting stretching bago ka humarap sa laptop, bago ka maghanap ng customer. Basta move your body. If you feel something na may negative na pumapasok sa inyo, galaw. Stretch kayo. Okay, so for your second question, ano specifically ang pwede ko gawin sa panahon ngayon? Kunyari may e-commerce business ka, number one is, obviously, i-check mo kung anong resulta mo. If you are running ads, if you are used to selling a certain amount of number, my first advice would be review yung naging orders nyo or yung naging inquiries nyo or yung metrics ng ads nyo, kung marunong na kayo nun, review nyo muna yun. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you have to identify, yung ginagastos nyo ba for promotion, for ads, is it working the way you're expecting it to work? Halimbawa, naglalabas ka ng 500 every day para mag-generate ng ganitong amount of cash. Na nakakukuha ba natin yun? Or ano ba yung iba yung pinagkakagastusan? Basta the second step for me is let's minimize cost. So to be very specific, if you are
GP.
Hello?
Yeah. Go.
Naputol ba?
Hindi naman. Go lang.
Hindi naputol. Ano yung
Sorry.
last na narinig mo na sinasabi ko?
Yung
Kasi parang nag-joining dito.
If you're running ads.
Okay. Sige, sorry. Akala ko naputol kasi yung screen ko may nag-flash eh. But number one is review natin yung performance natin the past months, especially nung COVID. Kung hindi kayo nagpatay ng ads at gumagastos pa rin kayo, let's review it. Okay? So, number two, I would suggest ihinto muna natin lahat ng gastos na pwede nating hinto. Lalo na kung ang bread and butter mo naman talaga is itong e-commerce business mo lang. For example, wala kang trabaho, nandito ka full-time, or maliit yung income mo sa work mo na, kumbaga, medyo nanganganib tayo ngayon dahil COVID, ihinto muna natin lahat ng pwede ihinto. O, lahat ng afford natin ihinto. Like for example, if you're running ads, my suggestion really is ihinto muna yan. Ihinto nyo muna yung paid ads. Mag-post kayo ng content para yung followers nyo makita yung mga ginagawa nyo. But I wouldn't rely on ads to create sales. Okay, so yun yung number two. Patayin muna natin yung paid ads kung meron tayong paid ads. This is something specific for the e-commerce business. Number three, for me, you got to get on Lazada and Shopee. Kung ang products nyo is at a certain price range, kung competitive kayo sa presyo, feeling mo hinahanap kayo, ako sa tingin ko, you really have to get on Lazada at saka Shopee. Non-negotiable yan. For me, in my perspective. Kasi, ewan ko kung napapansin nyo, but ako nakikita ko yung mga motorsiklo dito sa tapat ng bahay namin. Papalit-palit siya. Ibig sabihin, malakas yung deliveries ngayon. And you have to be on Lazada. Bakit? Kasi if you send out your products by yourself sa LBC, yung mga usual couriers, JNT, hirap yung business nila ngayon. They are not delivering, especially yung mga COD, hindi sila nagde-deliver on time. Regardless whatever is said dun sa LBC tracking nila, the couriers, the big couriers are having issues with delivery ngayon. Okay, so based from research sa nakita ko, yung success rate ng mga Lazada is a little bit better than yung mga nakasanayan nating couriers ngayon sa deliveries. Plus sila na mag-aasikaso, alam mo, pipick upin na lang sa'yo. Malaking ginhawa for you. Fourth step, for me na ma-recommend ko, if you do yung third step, is this. Your products have to be first competitive price-wise. They have to be competitive price-wise. Siguro, magbigay ka ng discount para lang umandar. You have to get the ball rolling dito. Ito, one tip na hindi alam ng mga usual na tao na nagbebenta online. Yung Lazada at Shopee, meron silang algorithms to select anong products yung mga ima-market nila for free. Yung algorithm, ibig sabihin yung sa loob ng sistema nila, meron silang pinipili na certain items, may specific criteria sila na hinahanap para i-market nila ng libre yung mga items nyo. Okay. So, based from study and based from yung mga tinatanong kong mga experts sa e-commerce is your products have to have reviews. Kailangan nila ng reviews. Kailangan may true customer na bumili. Okay. So, sir, kaka-upload ko lang ng mga products mo. Wala pong bumibili. Ilang araw na. Okay. If you wanna beat the system, first you have to understand it. Ganito gawin mo. Pabilid mo muna yung nanay at tatay mo, lahat ng kaibigan mo dito sa area. Kasi, kailangan makita ng system ng Lazada na nag-move yung product. Naggumagalaw siya at binibili talaga siya. Okay, so gaya ng sinabi ni Brian, ang real sale is somebody na hindi mo kilala. Okay? Pero in the case of Shopee and Lazada, kailangan makita ng system nila na, uy, bumibenta pala to. Sige, boost natin for free. Hinahanap yan ng mga Lazada systems. Maniwala kayo. That's how it works. Mas maraming reviews yung product nyo, better. Mas mamamarket yan for free. Okay, so for the concrete steps, yun lang muna sa akin. Kasi ngayon, currently, yung ginagawa ko eh. Number 5. Number 5 pala. If may spare time pa kayo, back to old school sa akin. Direct selling nyo lang. Kasi, regardless of how we do it, ang end goal is for you to get sales at may provide kayo sa family nyo. Okay? So, if you have extra time, ako suggestion ko is old school tayo, salesman. Kasi kung negosyante ka, salesman ka. If negosyante ka, hindi ka salesman, hindi ka negosyante. Or there's no way na aangat negosyo mo kung hindi mo kaya magbenta on your own. Nang wala tong technology na to. Okay, so these are trying times, kakaiba yung hindi natin alam pa eh. Wala pang may alam actually kung anong mangyayari sa atin. So, ako, yun yung top 5 suggestions ko immediately if you are in the e-commerce business, kagaya namin. And yung sa anxiety, let's just move. Gumalaw lang tayo. Galaw lang tayo, whether it be light exercise or whatever. Pag naka-feel kayo ng stress sa utak nyo, just move your body. Bray, ewan ko, baka masyado ako mag-extend, pero Yun yung sa akin. Yun yung mashi-share ko dito sa topic natin.
Okay. So yun, summarize lang natin yung mga shinare namin ni JP based on sa mga naging conversation. Ito yung key takeaways natin. So yun, number one, lower your cost. Kagaya nga sinabi ni JP, uncertainty. There's so much uncertainty ngayon. So, kung ano yung unnecessary cost dun sa business mo or kahit nga sa personal life mo kung kaya namang mag-survive without those things, lower muna natin or kung kaya natin tanggalin totally. Number two is focus on the free ways of marketing your business, your product, or your service. So yun nga, like what TP said, yung direct marketing. So, uh, share mo sa pamilya, share mo sa kaibigan. Heads up mo lang sila. Huwag mo namang akin ako personally, huwag mo namang kulitin. Share mo lang para aware sila. Kasi kung hindi rin sila aware, 'di ba? Maganda kahit gaano kaganda yung product mo or service mo kung hindi sila aware. Wala rin eh. So, just a heads up just to share. Pero akin personally, wag namang kulitin. Share mo lang para alam. So, free ways of marketing. Yan, content marketing. Yan, shot ka. Maximize what you have right now. Ano yung resources mo ngayon? Kung luma yung phone mo or ano. Ano yung best? Ano yung best na makikreate mo sa resources mo ngayon? Kunin mo muna yon. Hit mo yon. Then, and last reminder, what num last reminder, last key takeaway, what you lack in capital, compensate with sweat equity. Daanin mo sa sipag at tiyaga. Yun nga, na alam mo na kung ano yung resources mo, di aralin mo kung paano mo makuha yung best na makikreate mo with your current resources. Google, YouTube, search mo. Pag nag-search ka dyan, how to uh, product photography with this type of phone, product photography with phone camera, mga ganyang Google search term eh. Yan yung magdadalang sa'yo when you're starting a business. Yun yung mga key takeaways natin for this one. So yun. Yun, reminder ulit, IG, Twitter, Facebook, at I am Bian Alpha. Follow kayo. YouTube, Bian Alpha, website at iambianalpha.com. Yun guys, subscribe, click the notification bell para every time na may new episode kami, ma-notify kayo kagad, heads up kayo kagad. Then, yun, share natin sa mga tropa natin. Baka sila, kailangan, yung mga binabanggit namin, sinishare namin ni JP with our episodes would add value din sa kanila. So yun, thank you guys. Have a great night.
Alright,
Thank
salamat.